Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is Jason Thrifts coming at you with the itinerary for Tuesday's Flippin' CDs, number 2 of the return, and a bonus CD BOLO just for tuning in today. And I got a couple other things I'll share with you too. Whilst I have you. All right, who signed up? Who's not signed up? If you're not signed up, why aren't you signed up? This month, March 2020, marks my 20th year of selling CDs online. Taught myself in March of 2000 and have been selling CDs ever since. I've sold hundreds of thousands of CDs. And in the month of December alone, between used CDs and cassettes, I sold $5,932.21, I think it was. Sell CDs and cassettes for that matter all the time. I've done a Flippin' CDs webinar, Flippin' Cassettes webinar, Christmas CDs, print CDs, anime CDs, cassettes, all kinds of stuff. So Flippin' CDs, there's so much content that I had to break it into two. So this is Flippin' CDs number 2. And I've already had to cut out like three sections. So there will be a Flippin' CDs number 3 down the road. But wanted to go over with you what Flippin' CDs number 2 is going to entail. That is this Tuesday, March 10th, 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. If you can tune in live, that is awesome, because of course you can answer. You can ask any questions you want, and I'll be happy to answer them. If you can't watch live, if you got to be at work, you got the kids, you got a concert to go to, which would be awesome. That's great. Just get signed up, because the next morning after the web class is over, it will be you get a link to watch at your leisure. Now, when you're going to sign up for Flippin' CDs number 2, it's only $20. You find one good CD out of all the things I teach you. You find one CD for $25, boom, you're into profit already. You find that second CD, now it's just pure profit from that point on. I never charge a ton of money for the stuff, but the money you can make, crazy. People took CDs number 1 and applied what they learned, have made thousands and thousands of dollars. And we have a Facebook group for those who have taken the course, and everyone shares their scores, and you can see who's really hustling and working hard at it. So, all right. So let me show you what you're going to be getting on Flippin' CDs number 2. All right. The first thing we're going to talk about is box sets. Box sets are sets that are in boxes, kind of. It is when an artist or a genre or a record label put out a collection, usually a large collection of music, and set a premium price at. But there's all kinds of different box sets. We're going to talk about what you should be finding, what you should be skipping. Every time I teach something, it's always skip this, because what happens is people learn something new and they're like, ooh, that's pretty, that's probably good. So to kind of combat that, and that's human nature, I like to teach everybody what to skip to, because some pretty things are not worth your time. So we're going to be teaching all that, different kinds of box sets, where to find them, etc., etc. Secondly, we're going to go from the biggest to the smallest. So we're going from box sets to CD singles. Now, there was a moment in time when CD singles were all the rage. I don't think they really make them anymore. They might make them here or there. But throughout the 90s, throughout the early 2000s, CD singles were it. And there are plenty that are worth crazy, crazy money. I'm talking $100, $200, $500 for just a CD single. I'll be teaching what to look for, what to skip, and why the ones that are worth a lot of money are worth a lot of money. Then we're going to be talking mini CDs. Do you know what a mini CD is? Have you ever seen a mini CD? Well, let me give you a quick comparison. So you'd be like, I have never seen that, Jason. All right. Here is your normal CD. Here is your mini CD. So if you're not aware that mini CDs exist, that alone will be worth your time to sign up for my webinar, because I'm going to teach you where to find them, how to find them, and what they're worth. So that's the next topic. The next topic is prints. Now, when you sign up for Flippin' CDs number 2, a couple things. You do not have to have seen number 1. This is not like Empire Strikes Back and you had to have seen Star Wars to know what the hell's going on. But they are good bookends, and I'm teaching all brand new stuff. So if you did take number 1, number 2 is all brand new stuff. But when you sign up for number Two, you can do some add-ons. I got this whole package deal. You get flipping CDs. Number one, we did a workbook based on the presentation, so the professional workbook. You get flipping print CDs. I did a whole hour webinar on flipping print CDs. You get flipping Christmas CDs, because Christmas is a very specialized time of year that has a great lot of money to be made, but you got to know the ins and outs. That's an hour long. Flipping cassettes was a 2-hour webinar, because cassettes are hot right now, and they've been hot for a couple of years. They'll continue to be hot for a little while. It will end at some point, but right now they're super hot. And flipping anime soundtracks. So you get all of that. You can get all that as an add-on. So you can get 6 webinars for under $100 plus the workbook. What? So you find one good box set that'll pay for 6 webinars. That's the ticket right there. But this Prince part in flipping CD number 2 is kind of an enhancement of the flipping Prince webinar. And this is all new stuff, because as time goes on, certain things become more attractive and fashionable, and people want those, and things that were attractive and fashionable, people don't want them anymore. So this is kind of the, like, hey, here's what's happening in March 2020 with Prince. All different from the Prince webinar itself, just a little added Prince bonus material. Autograph CDs, I find them all the time, especially in thrift stores. So you got to know what you're looking at, how to figure out who signed it, how to price it properly, how to increase the value of the autograph CDs. So we're going to talk all about that. Mini LPs. Do you know what mini LPs are? I'm going to guess no, save for but a few of you. But mini LPs are not actually LPs, have nothing to do with records at all, really. They're actually CDs, and they can be worth a crazy amount of money. So I'm going to teach you all about mini LPs. Again, what to look for, how to find it, and how to market it. Sourcing strategies. You're in the record store. Oh my God, where do I go? Now, we started the sourcing strategies in flipping CDs number 1, and we're going to continue in flipping CDs number 2. Totally different strategies, more info to help find all the gems in the record store. How to cut your record store bill in half. Now, we did talk about it in flipping CDs number 1, but number 2, since it just happened to me, I was at a record store that my initial bill was $170. It's around here somewhere, $179, and I walked out and only paid $74. So I'm going to show you exactly how I cut about $100 off my record store bill. So not just telling you it happens, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how it happens. I've seen mini CDs, but not in music. I didn't know there were mini LPs. Now, like I said, LPs aren't vinyl, and that's what you'll learn. All right, tips and tricks for researching. That's the one part that I was actually shocked myself that I didn't have in number 1. There's a lot of websites I go to, a lot of little hidden tips and tricks that I do to figure out when you have weird things. And I'm like, ooh, I gotta show people where all these websites are, how to navigate them, how to use them. So we'll be talking about that. And tips and tricks for listing, because you want as many eyes on your product as possible. And it's not just like you're listing a pair of jeans. There's actually more to it. So I'll be teaching that also. All right, I'll get to that. I'll get to this gentleman in a second. But, you know, I'm teaching you things between all the web classes I've done on Flippin' Media. Pretend these stickers weren't here that said out of print original issue. Would you know that Metallica's Kill 'Em All has multiple versions? And would you know if you spotted the version that is worth more than the others, and what makes this version different? Now, we'll see if anyone watching right now knows what the hidden components is, or why this Metallica Kill 'Em All would be better off to flip than other Metallica Kill 'Em Alls. And while I'm waiting to see if anyone knows, one of the things we talked about in flipping CDs 1 is low rent underground hip hop. Now, I just picked this up for $4, and I'll probably get $100 for it, maybe more. And of course, we're all fans of Inferno. That's his name. Not really, but that's one of the things I taught. What else I got here? Yeah, we're talking CD singles this time. That's a CD single. We're talking box sets. I got one. Let me turn this off. I got one spinning back here. This is one of my all-time favorite box sets in terms of, well, it's worth, because that's what we're talking about, how to make money. But also, look how cool it is. It is a ZZ Top box set and what it looks like in an old tin shack. How cool is that? And that's one of the things we're going to talk about box sets. Most people envision box sets like this, an actual just regular box, but there's so many that don't look like that, and that's what we're going to talk about and where to find them. All right, so no one is familiar with Metallica Kill 'Em All based on the fact that I don't have any responses. That's crazy. All right, so let me drop a little knowledge on you. I'm going to guess there's a glitch because there's just no comments coming in. So let me go over and look at. Let me look at it. See here, view on Facebook. That's the one bummer every once in a blue moon that comments don't come through, and then bam, they just flood on through. So when I'm thinking no one's saying anything, no, people are actually saying something. It just it's not coming through. Come on, mute. There we go. All right, cool. I see it. Yeah, see over on YouTube, I see them. Here they come. Good gosh, that was crazy. Yep. I don't know. That's why. See, I would love to. I would love to share that. So I don't know why. That's why I'm taking your class. All right. So Facebook is not being. I mean, YouTube is not being good today. All right. So when the original version came out in '83, it had 2 songs on it that got removed after the fact on all subsequent releases. So what you're looking for, I get this to focus without a huge glare, is those last 2 songs, ones that have the little asterisks, Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg. And so if you pick up a Metallica Kill 'Em All and it's got Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg, that means with the original release, it's the one that people are looking for. And it's one of the things we talked about in Flipping CDs #1. There's a whole ton of CDs that got pulled, that shouldn't exist anymore, had songs pulled from them for a variety of reasons. And so when you find those, when you find these rare ones that have been pulled, that have gone out of print, that's what collectors are looking for. And this is the one thing that I can kind of get asked the most. Who the hell is buying CDs in 2020? And, look, it's 2020. We can stream everything. We can download everything. We can steal everything. It's so easy to listen to music. But collectors want the original, want the one that was banned, want the one that was pulled from production. That's what they want. It's just like collecting tiki mugs. I got walls of tiki mugs and I got walls of CDs. I still got 4,000 CDs up on display at my house because I am a collector. So that's who you're selling to. You're not selling it to the person who's like, ooh, the new Metallica music just dropped. I'm going to go buy the CD, because more often than not, they're just going to buy the download in their iTunes nowadays. But these older ones that that you find autographed, ones that have the extra tracks on them, box sets that no longer are made, that's what people are looking for and buying online. So many detractors say there's no way you're selling that many CDs. If you watch 50 Business on Thursday, I share it every week. CD scores, cassette scores, $100 CDs all the time, $50 CDs. I have sold 4 CDs over $500. There are a lot worth over $1,000. I've sold about 10 over $400, a couple dozen over $300, and then 1 to 200, 250. I couldn't even count how many I've sold. And I've been selling them, like I said, for 20 years. So if there is not a bigger expert in flipping CDs than me. And that's why I want to teach you all, because you're going to the thrift stores. There's a CD section. You're walking past a record store you probably haven't been in 10 years. Go in there. There's all kinds of CDs. And what's nice is when you go to a thrift store, it's a crapshoot. Hey, what's going to be here? But when I do a whole hour on print CDs, every single record store has a print section. You walk in full of the knowledge I just taught you, and you go right to the print section, and boom, they either have what I taught you or they don't. But super easy, because there is a print section. All right. Stacy says, I've got a sealed Noel CD with a bonus track. Many questions about the bonus one worth opening to investigate. So what's the questions and why would you have to open it? So are you saying you're not sure if it's the one that has the bonus track or not? And who is it? Is it the artist Noel, or is that the title of the CD? Gotta give me a little bit more, Stacy. All right. While I'm waiting for Stacy's info, I said I promised you a bonus CD BOLO. So here it goes. Who knows who this is on the screen right now? I would think most of you would know. Huge star. I don't know why it. All right, I'll pause every second. Noel U.S. Freestyle CD 1988. Ooh, that's old. So I'm not exactly familiar with that CD, Stacy. So if you want to do me a favor, make a post in the thrifting board, pop it in, picture the front and the back, and I'll be happy to help you. All right, boom, Zac Brown. Everyone knows Zac Brown, one of the biggest country stars in the world. Now, what the heck? I must have screwed up my order of pictures. Hold, please. Yes, I sure did. All right. There we go. All right. Who's this? Now, this may look like Zac Brown, and yes, it is Zac Brown, but he has an entirely different band besides the Zac Brown band. So who knows what band this is? And this is all leading to something, I promise. Oh, so you see Zac just rolling around town. Cool. That's awesome. All right. So who knows Zac's other band? Because it's a different time in the 2018s, 2019s, 2020s than it was in the late 90s. And that's why I want to give you this bonus CD BOLO, because there's a CD that didn't hit at the time, but it's starting to hit now. It just took 20 years to get to that point. Well, I know you know, honey. I want to see if anyone else knows who this band with Zac Brown is. Now, if you don't know, this might be an awesome boom. David's got it. It's Sir Roosevelt, and he decided that he wasn't putting out enough content as a country singer. He wanted to put out a dance band, and it is so radically different. The first time they performed on the Jimmy Kimmel show, all Jimmy Kimmel said was, "Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Roosevelt." And I'm just laying in bed watching, like, man, that lead singer looks a lot like Zac Brown. They never mentioned it was Zac at all. But that album hit, sold a lot of copies. He went on a club tour. It was cool. We all know who this is. This is Garth Brooks, of course. And Garth Brooks is the biggest country singer of all time, bar none. But 20 years ago, he decided he wanted to have an alter ego and made a rock record as a different name as the artist Chris Gaines. And the only CD he released is Greatest Hits. Chris Gaines' Greatest Hits. Well, Chris Gaines never had any other CDs because Chris Gaines is Garth Brooks. It tanked so bad that you could find it in every budget bin in every record store in the country. However, nowadays people want the CD. So here are the prices on some sealed versions of the Chris Gaines CD. That is Garth Brooks with a soul patch and a crappy wig. Yes, it was a terrible release. Absolutely. But guess what? Now people want it for whatever reason. So had Garth done this in 2019, 2018, the way Zac did, it would have probably been a hit at this point. But here's a little weird side story. My cousin was in the record business for almost his whole life, or maybe his whole life, worked for Warner Brothers for about 30 years, signed Van Halen to their first record deal. And there was a point in his life where he's like, I'm tired of rock and roll. I'm going to go to Nashville and start working in country. So he did that. And one of his first projects was he was hanging out with Garth. And he goes, hey, we should make a rock record with you as an alter ego. And so that's what they came up with. And it tanked so bad, it kind of cost my cousin his career. So, so all these years later, it's hot again. Unfortunately, my cousin has passed on. So he doesn't even get to know that his legacy turned into something amazing. So if you're out and about, this should be in the Garth Brooks section. But man, if you've got an 18-year-old kid working a record store and he sees this, he'd have no idea it's Garth Brooks. So I would look in the rock pop section under G for Gaines. Sherry, is there a discounted price for those that bought the first half of flipping CDs? Nope. $20 is a fair price for anybody. $20. That's it. $20. Oh, let me tell you, I'm at 250 slides right now. It's going to be an epic presentation, but I think that's a more than fair price for number 2. But you have my undying love that you bought number 1, and hopefully you'll buy number 2 also. Jason, have this in CD, pocket full of change. Who gives a flock? 1999 PFOC records, found downloadable version, but no copies selling online. Again, I don't know that, but either send me a picture or let's pop it in the thrifting board, and I'll be happy to do a little digging for you and see what we can come up with. Some things are impossible to find. I was digging for this one the other day, and no one has one right now. No one's got one. No one's got much information on it. But this is the kind of stuff that underground releases garner big money. So that's the kind of things I teach, because it's things that you would never, roll across in your normal day, and you wouldn't even think to pick up. We all know Cher. We all know Britney Spears. We all know NSYNC, but not too many of us know Inferno, or for that matter, what else I got here laying on my desk. You all familiar with the Super Suckers? Again, not something you pay attention to, but that's why I teach these courses, so you can pay attention to, and you can make a lot of money. I made $6,000 in December in just used CDs and cassettes, and that was only like 127 transactions. So $6,000. I did 6,000 in sales and 127 transactions. It wasn't like I sold $6,001 CDs. I sold a lot of CDs for a lot of money, and I do every week, all the time. So get signed up, flippingcds.com. It is this Tuesday, March 10th, 8 o'clock East Coast, 5 o'clock West Coast. You do not have to watch live, but get signed up now. This $20 is only until we're done on Tuesday. So once it goes to my website where I sell all my courses after the fact, it will go to its normal price of $97. So $20 is the deal of the day. So get it now. If you can't watch it live, and you will be amazed. If you've never taken any of my web classes, anyone who has will tell you the exact same. They all tell you the same thing. Jason gives so much content, and it makes it easy to follow and easy to learn. So, and I will tweak it until Tuesday, because I want it to be the biggest, most robust, most awesome thing for your $20. To thank you for spending $20 and for taking a couple hours out of your day to hang with me. I want to make sure it's very much worth your value 1,000 times over. Like I said, if you bought the CD class number 2 for $20 and found one good CD, boom, you're done. If you bought all 6, the add-ons, number 1 and the print and the Christmas and the cassettes, so we're talking $100 for 6 web classes. This box set, if you found this box set alone, once you flip it, would cover the cost of all 6 webinars. And then from that point on, everything else you've learned is pure 100% profit. So get signed up, and you will not be disappointed. Oh, thanks, Yvette. I appreciate that. And I'm still working. I'm still tweaking. I got all the content in there, but I'm making it prettier. I go through it like 10 times. I'm like, oh, okay. How would they know that? All right, so we got to add this in. So that's what I'm working on, and I can't wait to deliver it Tuesday, because then I can breathe a big sigh of relief that it's done. It's been given to you guys, and now you're off and learning. So that's the other thing. Real quick before I say goodbye to this, it's all about executing. A lot of people watch Thrifty Business, my YouTube show on Thursdays, and selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50 on Sundays, and are in the thrifting board, and some of you are in the Secret Beach. All this great content, and if you don't go apply it, if you don't go use it right away, you're not going to remember it. So if you watch this web class on Tuesday and then don't go hit a thrift store CD section or a record store till next May, like a year and a half from now, you're not going to retain it. So what I want you to do is plan on watching this on Tuesday. If you live in a populous city, you're going to have record stores. Go to the record stores Wednesday, Thursday, weekend or so, hit the thrift stores and start looking. You got to put it, and that's not just to this, it's whatever I teach, whatever anybody else teaches. If you don't apply and don't go out and do it, it won't have been worth your time and money. So you got to go do it. I'll lead you to the water, but you got to drink. I will give you all the information you need to know to make money, but then you got to go do it. And hey, when you get out there and you find something weird you don't understand, because you've taken my course, I also have a Facebook group just for the flipping CD folks. So you more than welcome to pop into there and ask questions, and I'll answer. And others in there who are doing it really well are happy to help out. So I'm working through them, got them all. Awesome. Thank you, Candy. Yeah. So get ready. Tuesday night's going to be fun. And we will see you then. Like I said, if you can't watch live, just get signed up. You'll get the link to rewatch on Tuesday morning. With that, I'm out of here, and I'll see you in a couple hours for selling past your expiration date. Bye-bye.